Hey folks, welcome back to Patriot Ridge Farm. So yeah, we got about 10 inches of snow on the ground. Thermometer says it's 16 degrees outside. Sun finally came out. Doesn't feel all that cold. Thankfully the winds haven't picked up. But yeah, winter. We're here. So I know it's been a few weeks since I've got a video on here. A lot of stuff I've had to sort out. A lot of soul searching, a lot of thinking, and a lot of future planning for this whole place. And I'm kind of at a point right now, I'll tell you what. So my kids, they're 8 and 11. I don't expect them to be full-fledged 100% farmers at this point. They have to be kids. Yes, they get taught responsibilities. Yes, they have their chores and everything that they have to do. They love the animals. But as far as their futures, I'm not convinced at this point that they will continue a farm type life. More specifically, the farm type life that I kind of maybe envisioned for them. Not forced, not urged upon them, but just explaining to them, you know, having the land, having the ability to raise some of your animals, you raise some of your own food and everything like that. Just less dependence on a broken system. And they may stay small scale, but they may not. They may become part of the world that we see today. I don't know. I'm really hoping not. But anyways, so, you know, with what all I had wanted to do with this farm, over 7,000 linear feet of fence, all of that investment in that time, bringing lambs on, bringing cattle on, doing all this, I just don't know. And I'll tell you, the other pending reason why, because I've had some recent health problems. My knees are pretty much shot. And I was told with the left knee that I'm going to need a complete knee replacement within 10 years or less. They won't do anything about it in the meantime except give me injections in it if I choose to do that, which is just going to cause more degeneration, because ultimately what you're doing with that is you're numbing the joint, putting a steroid in there, decreasing inflammation. Now you're walking around with less pain and discomfort, but the damage is still being done. The right knee, if you look at the short video that I just uploaded there last week, you'll see that I had to go to the doctor and get it drained because it collected a bunch of fluid. And while it was greatly improved, the very next day I got to work, and by 11 o'clock I was headed to the ER because it triggered a gout flare. And they actually had to ultrasound my leg because of concerns of blood or a circulation impairment and a possibility of a blood clot. And thankfully that all come out okay. Nothing's bad there. But the right knee is no better than the left knee. So I have to look at that as part of my future as well. And being in healthcare for as long as I have been, I've seen great success stories with knee replacements, and I've seen not so great, including amongst a couple of my family members. So it's not a road I want to go down unless I absolutely positively have to. And to spend the time, money, and labor to build a farm and wear myself out more, and not having someone to pass it along to who's going to continue its purpose like I am, or like I would envision, it's not worth it to me. Now, I'm not saying bad stuff about my kids, understand that. I'm just saying that right now, looking at everything, the profitability of a small family farm is just not there. A friend of mine who has a homestead business here locally, he raises pigs, chickens and stuff, and he's building his farm. Just went to the livestock market yesterday, started sending me screenshots of what they were selling pigs at. And you're talking anywhere from 33 cents a pound live weight up to about $1 a pound live weight. And I understand he and we raise a much different animal. We raise a much more quality animal. But in the area that we're at, where we could reach out with sales and stuff, I'm just not seeing any future profitability in that. I'm really not. So building something like that, spending all the extra labor and the money and everything and time towards building something that's really not going to be of good financial benefit to my kids and is going to require a ton of work, is probably not going to be the route that I'm going to continue to take. The wife and I has had some serious heart-to-hearts about it. When we retire, I want to be able to travel if I want. I want to be able to not be tied to a farm. Finding someone at that point in time that I can trust enough to come and take care of the farm and the animals, and take care of them like we do. I can't say that they're going to be there. That's not any particular one person. I'm just saying that that particular type of person may not be here in that time frame. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep it small scale. We still have our chickens coming for the spring, so we'll continue to raise some meat birds. Ultimately, probably what we'll do is just kind of scale back to about 30 a year for our own consumption, and anybody else who wants chickens, they can place their order up front, make a deposit, and we'll move forward from there. Because feed costs, time, effort, it's just not there. As far as the pigs, Boris and Coke, they're here for their life. That's no issue. I can still breed them and just sell off, their weaned piglets. But right now, until I get more fence in place and am able to get more fence in place, I just don't know. So the goal for that in the future may be, when these pigs are gone, just to buy a few feeder pigs each year and raise them here and process them for our own consumption and a couple other friends. But as far as going like large scale market type, I don't think I'm going to do that. I've been working on a couple other things. I just want to secure the future for my kids. They may do wonderful on their own, but I want to build that legacy. So I'm not getting rid of the farm. Don't think I'm doing that. I'm not getting rid of the farm. I'm not, I think we're just going to scale back. I think we're going to scale back and not go as big as I'd originally been motivated to do. I'm no spring chicken. I'm 54 years old, and I haven't lived a sheltered life, and I haven't lived an easy life. I've wore my body out, and it's catching up to me. It's catching up to me for sure. So I hate to say it like that, but the reality of things is that you don't want to bite off more than you can chew. If I put all that money, all that time, all that labor into this farm, and then get to a point where I can't take care of it, or end up financially burdened by paying someone to keep up with it and not having, someone else here to take care of things for me. And if something should ever happen to me, I don't want to leave that added burden on my family. So again, we're going small scale, primarily for self-sustainability, a little commercial on the side, and that's going to be about it. We'll probably still do a few lambs a year for us and maybe a couple other people. But like I said, as far as going to the extent that I had originally dreamed of going, I'm not going to do it. If I'd have started 30 years ago, that'd have been a different story, but I didn't. So this isn't something that is me giving in to defeat. This is more me of realizing the realistic expectations and the future of my abilities. So there are other things that I'm working on, very cool stuff. I can't release a daggone thing. I can't even say anything about it because what I'm doing now would require a non-disclosure agreement. Truthfully, not saying that as like some kind of secret squirrel thing. So there are a few things that I do have in the mix that I'm working on. And hopefully in the future I can present those to you on here. I will tell you that I'm not going to be putting out videos every week, as evidenced by the distance from the last video to this one. But I am going to still keep trudging forward, and we'll focus more on the small scale and the self-sustainability, and very little in retail off the farm type of stuff. without going full expansion and ended up in a mess. So I just wanted to catch you guys up on that, let you know that I'm out here taking care of the animals. I am mobile at this point, though I have to be very ginger with my knees. So I'm still working forward for it. Get and stay prepared, stay free. God bless y'all.